Hello, and welcome back to the RF Fitness Podcast, brought to you by rffitness.net, your resource for busy grown-ups looking to improve their quest for fitness, family, fun, and adventure. I'm your host, Rob Finlayson, certified personal trainer, elder brother, and world geography aficionado, here with my co-host,
Rachel Hammerwood, little sister, certified fitter person, a lot of dancing by Rob right now, also certified dancer, certified barely know my states in the US.
not a geography. We were trying
Not
to recall from memory one of the countries in Africa, and the only clue we had to go on was that it was two words and had a one of the words started with B.
yeah.
We'll tell you at the end of the episode what that is. I'm going to write it down in my
Oh,
notebook.
okay. Stay tuned.
Yes,
The reason
yes.
why we were talking about it is because the most amazing coffee shop is down the road from me called Kingdom Baking, and the owner is from this country and is speaks
Oh,
French.
don't give it
And
away, Rachel.
I speak a little French, and I like to speak a little French to him, and he likes to laugh at me and say, "Please stop that."
I like to walk into this man's place of business and be racially insensitive towards him, and he tells me to stop. We have a great relationship.
And it goes great.
It wasn't, and then I buy his biscuits or whatever.
I do his croissants.
His croissants.
Yeah, he
That's a
always
French ass name.
that is a French ass name.
Yvette.
Dude, he has the most French ass name, Francois.
It's literally in the name, dude.
Correct.
Wow.
That's like my
Rachel.
BFF, Jake Deutsch. Last name German and German. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I don't know. How is that like him?
Yeah.
Jake Deutsch is not an African man or a professional baker, as far as I know.
No, he's a
I,
white
I
apartment manager.
was going to say, I've met him a few times, but I'm not going to pretend I know everyone's life story. But I'm going to say,
Uh-oh. Wait, am I still
what?
on?
You're
Okay,
still
cool.
on.
My
You're
computer
still
does
here.
a weird thing.
All right, don't make it weird, bro.
Now it's my turn.
Rachel, so when this episode drops, it will be Independence Day Eve, July 3rd. This will be you've never celebrated Independence Day Eve.
No.
So I want to do a couple of like little America things to celebrate, to observe America's birthday. No presents this year, though, America. You have been naughty. Uh,
You are
that's
on the naughty list.
that's how birthdays work too, right? Not just Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's always a
So
large-bodied man keeping tabs on your children.
in America, yes, it's the NSA agent who taps your phones.
Oh my god.
I could get into it. I could unravel whole layers of this onion, but I won't. We reached out and tapped the RF Fitness Discord for a couple of ideas, for prompts, things to just, I think I said in the chat, to discuss extemporaneously on the air. But before we get to that big word, we want to do a quick status update from you, talk about a few things that came up earlier in the day that are fitness related and valuable, and then get to the meaty content. How's that sound to you?
The salad. The pre-dinner salad. Super
This
salad.
This would be the super salad.
Dude,
Super salad.
One of my first freaking dates, I went to Olive Garden and the waitress said super salad, and I said, okay.
Whatever you say, lady.
She was like, no, soup or salad. I was like,
Doing great, having a great time.
It was great.
Doing so well. Yeah.
Yeah, his mom laughed at me because his mom was there.
Like at the table with you?
Correct.
Is that really a date, or are you just like kind of all going for dinner at that point?
It was a date because I was a child.
Fair enough.
Was he.
Fair enough. You know?
Yeah.
Good to have that socialization early.
Sure.
Give us a quick status update on the old quest here, Rachel. We've had some ups and we've had some downs.
Yeah.
We've had some stay the sames.
Yes. Yeah, I was definitely on the stay the sames for the last And I didn't realize it until I looked at my Instagram. I'm like, oh my God,
Mhm.
I've been on Stay the Sims for a while. Um,
Okay.
Super annoying. But I am now tracking my macros,
Okay.
like we had talked about last time. And one of my new goals is to take screenshots of my macros for the day and my Fitbit
Ah.
stats for the day, post that instead of like a food log. I just think it's more
Okay.
helpful for both of us personally. Um,
Sure. Yeah, I'm
and
looking at one from 23 hours ago.
yeah, because I haven't posted one tonight yet.
Pretty good.
And
Okay.
so yeah, I think yesterday is when it looked like I just ate 50% lard all day. When in fact I ate
It's
a
30%.
tuna tub.
31. I mean, a
No,
whole tub
maybe.
of tuna, bro.
Okay, it wasn't a tuna tub, but well, it actually was a tuna tub that got me. At Jersey Mike's, they have tubs instead of like like their salad bowls or whatever they call them tubs, which is ironic. Like I'm
That's a
eating
bad
this
sign.
right. Yeah, who's in the marketing Jersey
Yeah.
Mike's?
Right. It's like, oh, we could give you a dish of soup, but wow, when we could give you this bucket.
This
Why why
bucket,
why
yeah.
why have a drink when you could have a trough to drink out of? Like it's just not
Exactly. You
awesome
trying to lose
messaging.
weight? Here's a tub, you tub.
Here's a here's a tub, guys. Jersey Mike's. I'll give them this. They know their brand and they're sticking
Fair.
with it.
I mean,
I
I
can
do love
appreciate that.
Jersey Mike's, but I
Never
love
had it.
Jimmy John's Unwich more, significantly more,
That's the sandwich made with
wrapped in lettuce.
lettuce. Right from
Yes.
lettuce, yes.
So I was telling mom, and I was just like, I got the tuna tub because I was like, well, I'm not having any bread, so I can make up for the calories with getting my most favorite sub, which is tuna.
Hmm.
And JK, jokes on me, one serving of tuna. I mean, it's not a serving, it's like a regular size sub. So honestly, is that a serving? No, that's at least two. But 45 grams of fat.
Yeah, that
I
sounds like fucking mayonnaise, my guy.
I know it.
All right, so this is from. Hold on, let's crunch. Let's peel this fucking onion, bro. This is from the entry from 6/29. A couple days ago. This is when you started to have pizza and Alfredo and it was Cinnabon. Is that the day we had this tuna? Is that tuna tub gate? Or was that yesterday?
No, there's been a lot of
Okay, there it is.
well,
Yeah,
I
fucking
thought the
tuna
tuna
tub.
tub
Got
was
it.
a good idea. But yeah, this
Hmm.
past weekend was my husband's birthday. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
honey buddy. Um and well, I call Linnea honey buddy. Happy birthday, hunk.
Is this where you want to start workshopping pet names for your spouse? Is
I
on the
sure
air?
don't. Anyway, um so Eric, my husband, likes Cinnabon versus birthday cake. Totally down
All
for
right.
that. Um
Legit. Yeah.
And I said, do you want one or two? And he's like, who goes to Cinnabon and gets one or two? And I'm like, I don't know.
I
People
mean,
that
he's a
don't want to
realist.
gain weight. Um, and
Babe.
and he was just like, get the six, just get the six. It's like, okay. So got the freaking six. And I successfully ate one Cinnabon. I had half
Nice.
one night and half the other night. Um,
Wow. Okay.
and I was
That's
just,
some that hold on real quick. That is some restraint. That is some good
thank
like
you.
measured eating intentionally, eating on purpose. We've talked about that a lot.
Yes, yes.
Especially at night. Good job.
Oh yeah. Um,
I'm acknowledging you.
oh wow, thanks.
Yeah.
Um,
For those of you who aren't on the text chain between just me and Rachel, she texted me all caps the other day to acknowledge me when I think she checked off a workout from Train Heroic.
yes, I want everything effing acknowledged.
I
Um,
crave external validation.
You better believe it, because I'm
Yeah.
not seeing it on the scale. So need it from my
Please
trainer.
continue.
Yeah. So I ate Cinnabon. We had chicken curry, Thai chicken curry, my absolute favorite.
Yum.
But it is very fattening. I tried to low key on the rice because it's just straight up, white jasmine rice.
Hmm.
But we decided that we were not going to make it for Linnea at all, so we made it hella spicy, which required hella rice. because I'm kind of a little baby about spice. Um, and then I had some Alfredo, but literally just bites. Thank God, my homie M, my tennis player BFF, uh, made some Alfredo and gave me just enough for Linnea. Um,
Mm.
thank God. And then I ate like half
Gotta
of
eat my
it.
child's food and have just one small serving of it.
Yes, exactly. Um,
Okay.
and then we had Cinnabon, and then we had a giant steak and shrimp for
Man,
Eric's birthday dinner.
this is throughout
Um,
the day, yeah?
nope, just all in one sitting.
Just one giant like mukbang at the end of the night.
Yep, 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 yep. No, definitely throughout the day.
Okay.
But nonetheless, every single day starts with my shake and my
Yep.
coffee, which I
Yep.
made a couple tweaks to after
Oh.
assessing my macros. And I was like, hey,
Okay.
there looks like I could make some pretty easy changes here um,
Mm-hmm.
to just kind of tune it up a bit. And I tuned it up
Okay.
a bit. And now I'm
Can you
getting,
tell me you're tuning?
yeah. So I went, oh man, Fairlife milk is so expensive.
It really is.
So expensive, bro. But
You
it
get
is,
what you pay for with it, I feel like though, too,
you
if you're like
absolutely
a health
do.
conscious person, yeah.
Yes, man. So I save skim milk, regular skim milk for like if I'm just like eating it with a meal, but I make my
Yeah.
shakes with Fairlife skim milk. Um,
Mm.
and success. Um, it's,
Yes.
so I switched from regular skim milk to Fairlife skim milk, which bumped up my protein, lowered my sugar.
Oh yeah.
Giant change. I switched to stevia versus
Ah,
maple
sugar.
syrup because man, just like
Oh.
and I wasn't I was being honest, but not capital letters honest on my my fitness pal with how much maple syrup I
Ooh.
was ingesting in my coffee. Um
Oh.
yeah. I mean, it kind of varies
If
on
you
how
can
much coffee
believe
I'm
it.
drinking, but
Mm-hmm.
like every time I put it in, like right away, my fitness pal would be like, "Hey, we're trying to keep it under this much."
I hate to let you know. I do like the my fitness pal does that for you. It's like, hey, just a little be aware.
Little tip here. Yeah,
Yep.
so now I switched to stevia. I'm gonna see how that handles on my tum tums.
Okay.
But I did a lot of research about alternative sugars because I always say there's nothing that mom hates more than Republicans and fake sugar.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes,
Sounds pretty accurate.
man,
She
does
also
mom
hates the
hate.
French for some reason.
I don't think that's true.
No? Maybe that's just me. Am I inventing things?
Huh.
Mom, get in the comments. Tell us what you think about the French.
Yeah, right. I think she thinks the French are rude because they are.
I
Um,
mean, that sounds like a yeah.
yeah. So anyway, switched to stevia. Did a lot of research
Hmm.
about what the best one is. I went with stevia. I also thought about monk fruit, but they always have like one little weird additive of a word I can't pronounce.
Mm.
And I thought, I don't know what that word is. Seems fishy. So switched to stevia, and now I can just stevia the fuck up my coffee because I'm like, this is 0 calories, baby. Make this sweet. Um,
I would urge caution. Like anything that seems like it's for free, you know, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Like I'm
yeah.
not
I mean, I'm
like
not like
I am so far away from being the like the chemicals in your food like scaremonger content type guy, but just like don't overdo it, you know. Don't put more stevia in than you would sugar,
yeah.
I guess, you know.
Yes, I put 2 packets in my very large cup of coffee.
Okay, I mean that's a very reasonable amount. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
imagining just like opening the box and going, psh,
No, I'm
and then
not.
for like a full like 3 second brave ass pour.
Have you seen Aunt Chris make a cup of coffee?
I'm God.
And everyone
Is it
says,
like
"Do
some
you want
sugar
some?"
and a little bit of
Yes.
coffee?
Do you want
Yes.
some coffee with your sugar? Um, but yeah, so switch to stevia. Also switch to half a banana. Kind of annoying, but I'm like,
As
why is
opposed to
there?
full banana, or
Yes, and I'm
okay.
like, seriously, it seems silly. Like I'm drinking a protein shake with a banana in it. This is healthy. Frick you. Um, but
It's all sugar.
It is a lot of
There,
sugar.
there, there are some vitamins and minerals, some phytonutrients that you get
Indeed.
out of a banana. It's mostly fructose.
Yes.
That's why they
It
taste
is
so
it
good.
is nice though because yeah, they do. Because then I just cut the banana in half, which also decreases Linnea's intake of bananas because
Oh,
that kid
you just give her the other half.
is yes, that kid is a nana addict, and then she
She's a fiend for
becomes
nanners.
super constipated. So
That's too bad. It's
yeah,
so weird. Yeah, because we've had, poop stuff before too. It's so weird that bananas are like a constipating. It's such a mushy food, you know?
but you better believe I did the research on it that unripe
Oh
bananas
yeah.
cause constipation, very ripe bananas cause the opposite.
Really?
Yes. So something that I do is
Pro tip.
buy I buy 6 bananas like twice a week. Um
That's
so
12 bananas a week.
yes. So they will so they will continuously be ripe because I don't want to give her unripe bananas.
Ah, sure.
It's like my trick to like consistently
Yeah,
keep it coming.
pretty
But yeah,
smart.
so overall things I did, cut my banana in half,
Yeah.
change to expensive milk, and switch from maple
Hmm.
syrup to stevia,
Great.
and putting a little less chia seed in.
Yeah. Yeah. And with all these little
Oh,
changes,
hell
has it
no.
paid off?
Trying to reconnect? Are you good? You Gucci?
I'm
I'm Gucci
I'm
now.
Gucci.
Oh my
I am
god, look
reading
at
you
this
loud and clear.
horrible picture it took of me. Can you see that? I hate that.
Yeah, River said there's this new feature where it just like has a little picture of you up in the
No.
corner. I somehow got rid of it. I don't know how to bring it back. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wow,
Oh,
that is a fucking terrible picture of you, dude. Listen, go up to do the little X in the thing. You don't gotta look at it.
do the little X thing?
Yeah, upwards says by people. This is such good
Oh, hey, look.
content.
Oh,
People are gonna love
wow, I didn't
this.
even know that was an option.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
God.
news of like today. Must be a software update that they push you.
Interesting.
I want to talk a little bit about calorie balance because we had a
Yes.
conversation about that earlier today. I think, like I said before, call it's valuable to bring this information to our other listeners. So you had like sent me a text or a picture or something like that of like your Fitbit. Yeah, because you had said that you put your phone in your pocket and had your Fitbit on while you were working grooming dogs, and it said
Hmm.
you were doing exercise and you were like frustrated because you're like, I want more accurate data. My
Hmm.
clap back was, well, it's physically strenuous, is it not? And it's like, well,
Yeah,
yes,
especially
but
that
then
dot.
right, that's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
Uh, and then we kind of cut to the heart of it, which is that like it said that you had burned something like 500 calories in the hour or whatever
Yes.
that you groomed this dog. Which, I mean, you can certainly burn 500 calories in an hour of strenuous physical activity, exercise or
Right.
not, whatever.
But in
Did
my
you?
pocket,
Yeah,
it
did
wasn't
you
even on my
burn?
wrist.
Did you? Where was it? In your pocket?
In my
You.
pocket.
Oh, you were saying? I don't know, man.
How does it
That
read
is
that? I'm so
it. Does.
confused and
Here's the
annoyed.
thing. It doesn't. This is a conversation I wanted to have. We've brought it up before.
Right.
The Fitbit is good at a lot of things. Calorie burn calculation is not one of them. It's not
Right.
accurate at that. It's useful as a metric for like tracking steps and other things like that. I would not like don't base what you eat on this apparent calorie burn of whatever your Fitbit says you're doing.
Right.
That is not going to be accurate. That's a recipe for fucking disaster. And then we had a great conversation about like, well, MyFitnessPal says I have whatever 2,000 calories a day. When I burn these calories at work, do I eat those back? Or is that like, or do I just ignore the quote unquote burn calories? Because you burn calories doing whatever you do during the day.
Hmm.
And this is a question that I get fairly often actually from people. It's a pretty common one for people who are using something like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or whatever, and they are tracking their calories. And I can blow past all the science and basically say, no, you don't eat back that calories. You don't rebudget your calories. If it's the lamest, shittiest, less fun answer, usually go for that because that's what's going to be most
Ugh,
accurate.
for real.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
everything in life.
Exactly. That's science, dude. It's cool to learn, but you hate to have to actually obey the laws of science. Yes, generally speaking, because especially for you, because your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure, has been calculated, estimated by a dietitian, who's someone whose job it is to give accurate numbers for people regarding their lifestyle, their body, and their goals.
Right.
And so a part of that calculation is like your average daily / weekly activity, like what you do for a living, how much intentional exercise you get throughout the week. It's all rolled in there. And if you're using something like MyFitnessPal, it's all rolled in there. You do the little stuff. I've done it. Okay. I know you listener out there thinking, well, but I did it this way and maybe I should eat this extra thing because MyFitnessPal said I burned it. Well, no, you shouldn't. You know
Sound
you
like a
shouldn't.
nerd.
You sound like a nerd. And like you like come on, man. I'm not talking to anyone specific here. It's just that it's a thing that happens, especially with personal trainers. This is like a gripe that a lot of us have. It's like
Right.
there was the misreporting or the underreporting of food consumption. And a lot of people, usually people whose goal it is to lose weight, and they're like, I've been working out for 6 months, but I'm not losing any weight. You know, it's like, oh, well, why? It's like, oh, well, I'm just so hungry that I eat double my meals all the fucking time. It's like, no, you eat the same thing we're eating and you increase your activity, or you keep your activity the same and you eat less than you were eating.
Right.
That's how you jump in. So that's my fun little rant. Did you have
Or
any
you do both and you
or
still maintain your same weight and you go insane.
and you go insane? We had a phone conference. We had a check-in on Friday, and it was very productive, and I'm glad that we did it. But I also got to yell at you because I got to say you are retaining water because
And
that's what
then you put
happens.
it on my workout, which is pretty funny.
Yes, I did. I named your workout for that day. You are retaining water in all caps.
Yes.
Because when you, for those of you listening who aren't on this journey or aren't familiar with this part of the journey, especially when you first start working out, specifically strength training, your like how deep in the science do I want to get about this?
Not
Not
that
very
deep,
deep.
bro.
Not that deep. If you're gonna ask,
4
not that deep.
feet.
4 feet or less. Wading pool. When you start working out, you gain water weight at the end. This is how it is.
Oh
I could
wow,
explain to you,
that I just dipped my toe in. That was nowhere near 4 feet. Okay.
and that's the water weight. Right there, that's 4 feet of water weight.
Wow.
If yeah,
I'm 5'6", man. Damn.
that's a lot. If you want to get more into the science, hit me up at whatever my fucking Instagram is. That name that
rf.fitness20.
rf.fitness20. Thank you. I'm glad you know it.
Hey.
rf.fitness20. Message me there. Find me an email or go to my fucking website, dude. Get in the Discord. Ask me there. All right.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about science, because guess what? I'm a nerd about it.
Or geography.
Or geography, because I'm a nerd about that too. Speaking of geography, Rachel, what a good segue into our America section of
Hey.
the podcast. Hooray! So shout out to the RF Fitness Discord. Earlier today, I made a post on there like, hey guys, I need to make content tonight. Can you give me ideas? And you fucking did it. Good job, guys. Specifically,
I did not do it.
You did not do it. You don't strike me as a big Discord user anyways, which is...
It's a little confusing for me, and this conversation was happening in the thick of dinner, get ready, clean up,
Sure.
take care of the child.
Yeah, also that. It's fine. But yeah, special shout out to my Discorders, Colin and Bree. Love you guys. Listeners to the podcast, I hope. At the rate that Colin has been listening to episodes, he should hear this shout out around Christmas. So, which would be just the right time.
Colin.
Love you, dude. Love you, dude. He's a busy man. He's got stuff going on.
All right.
All right. So what I asked for basically is like, what do you think of when you think of America? Like, let's just take a phrase or a word or an idea that comes out, and I want to do not quite word association with it, but I want to just give us a thing to talk about. We expound, like I said, extemporaneously about it. Can you tell that I was in the National Forensics League? in high school.
You were?
Yeah, that's speech, bro. You were in it too.
Oh, I thought you meant like some sort
Speech
of like
team.
true crime shit. I was very
No,
confused.
no. The National Forensics League, the NFL, has existed
Huh,
for longer than the National Football League. They had to ask permission from the Forensics League to use
that's
it.
amazing.
Isn't that cool? Fucking jocks, bro. Get wrecked,
Fucking
nerds.
Jax. I
Fucking
got
jocks, dude.
third in state with my humorous poetry about a hippo trying to climb a tree in speech team.
Really? That's awesome. I
Yep,
don't remember that. That's
I
great.
do.
I do. I went
Yeah.
to state with for a duo with my very
Mm.
best buddy Ethan, where we
Oh, you guys
played.
did duo? I had a horrible duo partner.
Man, it depends so much on who your partner is, man.
Yes.
I luckily had literally my best friend in the whole world who still is, and so we
Yeah.
clearly had a good thing going.
Will you guys
Um,
perform it at your birthday party?
Absolutely not.
Stupid.
I bet if we found the cut, we could still do most of it, the cut of the script of it, because it was very fun. Because it was a humorous adaptation of A Christmas Carol, and Ethan
Mm.
was Scrooge, and I was everything else, and that was just a lot of fucking fun to do. I got to
Yeah.
be like Cratchit and all the ghosts, and like the little boy outside the window at the very end. And Ethan just put this crotchety old guy. It was fucking awesome.
Perfect.
It was great. Yeah, and we went to state, and that was my junior year. And then my senior year, I didn't do a duo. I did humorous and did not do as well.
Mm.
So
You needed
I know
Ethan.
I know it's a sticking point for Ethan to this day. So mighty guy, if you're listening to this, you're right. I should have done duo
Oh, did he
again, but
want to
my
do
girl
duo in senior year?
he did. But I wanted to do humorous that year because my girlfriend was doing humorous that year, so I wanted to hang out with her more.
Oh,
The decisions you
boogie.
make in high school. Yeah,
Yeah.
the decisions you make in high school.
Mm.
Whatever, that's 20 over years ago. So, Rachel, here's if we're going to pop off extemporaneously, that's the third time I'm going to stop using that word. What do you think? Give me
Cool.
your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, your feelings on American food. What does
Oh,
American food mean to you?
pooping.
Wow. Okay. Can you expand on that?
Mm-mm. That's it. That's all I got to say.
It's a strong opener. I'd love to dive deeper into pooping.
Who wouldn't?
I
Um,
hope no one pulls that quote out of context.
it's like the first thing that comes to mind because I was just listening to a um interview on my favorite podcast besides this one, um,
Wow.
called "We're Here to Help" with Jake Johnson, who's the guy from New Girl, and he
Hmm.
had Jamila Jamel or something.
Yes,
Yes,
from the Good Place. Yeah.
correct. And she's a Brit and was saying that when she came over here to shoot, that she was so incredibly gassy the first season. She was like, I can name all of these different scenes where I am actually farting. Um, and she was like, because this American food has completely screwed up my digestive system,
Oh
but
no.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
I mean, that's going to happen anywhere you go if you're eating food your digestive system's not used
I
to.
mean,
It's not
yeah. I
specifically
just
American
yeah, when I
food.
think of American food, I think of highly processed, hidden
Yeah.
ingredients,
Yeah.
dyes,
Yeah.
sugar,
Yeah.
horrible,
I
not
think that's
homemade,
I
frozen,
think that's
nothing. I don't think
kind of the
I'd
consensus on what American food means.
yes.
Colin brought up a couple of specific examples. He's a very well traveled person. He's a hyper interesting guy. He says how the rest of the world views America and American food. For example, in a suburb of Tokyo during the Sakura Festival, there was a street food cart advertising American fries. And it was long cut French fries with crumbled bacon, hamburger, and white gravy on it, which I'm pretty sure
Ooh,
is just
gross.
poutine, which is actually
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah.
But it's
We do
funny
that to
that
them
that is
all the time.
we do that constantly.
Yes.
I mean, you could say it's North American food, but I have
Mm,
seen this phenomenon in other countries of like America parties, like the same way that American college students have like fiesta parties or like a Mexican
right.
theme party, something like that, and
Yes.
everyone wears a fucking racially insensitive costume.
Right.
For America parties, which they have in England and Scandinavia and stuff like that, everyone has like red Solo cups. Like that's like
Yeah,
the thing. It's
that
like a
makes
red
sense.
Solo cup, and then they need like shitty processed. It's not like there's no homemade food at all. It's like it needs to be Pringles, it needs to be chips, it needs to be like cake and Oreos and shit like that. There's like American food
It's making me
sections in
so
other
hungry.
stores abroad. And it's stuff like it's like Kraft mac and cheese, and it's all these things in a box. It's all
Yep.
these things. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing for a lot of the quote unquote ethnic foods that we get around here. As I said, Target earlier today, we go to the quote unquote ethnic aisle, the world foods aisle, depending on how they fucking parse out their language at Target anymore. Like most of their stuff is like packaged.
Global. That's what it's called.
Global food, yes. Yeah, you go to the global food section in your local grocery store. Chances are all that stuff from the UK, India, Mexico, whatever, is going to be
Right.
packaged. It's going to be processed.
Yeah.
And that's not because that's all they eat. It's because that ships easily and has a long shelf life. So I think there's
Indeed.
something about that too. But yeah, in general, American food, I think of just like, yeah, like quantity over quality. Like the super not greatness of it. It's weird to make a lot of your own. Like I feel like if you make most of your own food in the United States, you're like an outlier. And if you source your own food in the United States, you're like 1%er. Like if
Yes.
you grow your own food or you harvest your own animals or whatever in some
Right.
way,
Right. Right. Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
percentage
I
you do that
mean,
of.
I think, initially I think of Oreos and Pringles, but I also think of homesteading, um,
Sure,
and uh, uh, like barbecue, cookout, potato salad,
totally.
and hamburgers, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact about barbecue: barbecue and buccaneer have the same linguistic root word, and they're related actually. So a buccaneer, like a pirate,
Right.
were these guys who sailed around the Caribbean specifically. And apparently, when they would go ashore, they would cook food by like digging a pit and sticking a dead wild pig in it and cooking it that way. And it
Hmm.
was called like boucan or like boucan, like some French thing. And so someone who
Huh.
makes it is a boucan ear. And then so that's these guys who go on the sail. So I guess it's not like pirate specifically, but it's like this like almost like a sea hobo, I guess. Like you have like no home, right? Like it's like you have no place to call home. You just travel on the water the whole time. Like these guys are cooking on a beach in the dirt because they don't have like
Right.
buildings that they live in other than a boat.
Because they're sea hobos.
Because they're sea hobos.
Title.
Historians come at me. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, sea hobos. Yeah, so yeah, one who makes or does boucan is a boucanier, and then that
Interesting.
style of cooking was just transliterated into barbecue for whatever reason. But that's why we have that word now, and why we have both of those words, which is super
Um,
neat.
not fun fact for my husband that he is a master barbecuer. Um,
Yeah,
and
he's very good. His food is super yummy, dude.
I do not like barbecue.
That sucks a lot. It's wasted on you, dude. It's
He's
so good.
so mad about it.
It's
I'm like, I would
what a shame.
100% rather have his curry over barbecue.
His curry is also extremely good. He also makes a
Mm-hmm.
very mean old fashioned. I had that last time I think we were together. Made me an old fashioned. It was fucking awesome. It was very good. Eric, if you're listening to
Yeah.
this, you're good at food things.
Yes, he is.
He
Yeah. Well, yeah,
he knows that. He knows
he
that. But it's good to
does.
hear it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, real quick. Other notes on because I'm a fucking history nerd. American food. We are familiar with the Irish potato famine, right? As a circle of
Yes.
event. Potatoes are not native to Ireland. They
Hmm.
don't grow there naturally. They only grow naturally in the Americas. All species of potato, sweet potato, regular potato, unsweet
Oh my
potato. There's like a gajillion different types of potato, okay?
god.
But the ones
Unsweet
I can
potato.
ones I can think of are like russet and Yukon Gold and the regular
Baby
this
red.
Boise baby red. There's some purple ones from South America.
I
The sweet potatoes
honestly
come
think
from Central
baby
America.
reds are the grossest.
the grossest.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, they're so good. I could go on a fucking whole thing about potatoes.
I
But
actually just
potatoes
had
are
them for dinner tonight.
they're so good, dude. They're
And
so
they're
good
farm
for you.
potatoes. Are they? I was wondering about that.
Yeah, they're a very starchy carb. It's a super like low GI food too.
Hmm.
Like glucose inventory, whatever.
Right.
Glycemic index, low glycemic index food. So, yeah, especially if you're like an athlete, if you're looking for like energy that will like carry you for a long way without spiking your blood sugar, potato variations are a really good way to do that. And sweet potatoes, especially, are like packed with a bunch of really beneficial vitamins and minerals that you don't get from a lot of other natural foods.
Hmm.
And they fucking taste awesome.
God, I love sweet potatoes. I used
And
to
they're
hate
so
sweet
easy to cook.
potatoes. Yes.
I did too, and I think we probably just had not good sweet potatoes for most of our lives.
Mm, yeah.
Um, well, okay, let's talk about food on 4th of July. What is your go-to? There's a table out. It's got 4th
Yeah.
of July food. What are you putting on your plate?
Uh, so much pasta salad. Good God, do I?
Really?
Oh.
Pasta
Oh.
salad? Oh, dude,
Oh.
F tier. F tier barbecue food for sure. It's not even barbecue.
I,
Pasta
I
salad, really?
literally just said I don't fucking like barbecue.
Man. Oh, how un-American.
Well, I
I'm reporting
mean,
you to the fucking Bureau of Patriotism
okay,
because you
go
don't like
ahead.
barbecue enough.
Dude, I mean, like, I do like hamburgers and hot dogs, but
Mhm.
uh Eric and I have become such beef snobs because we get the beef from his
Yes.
buddy that like we never
Yeah.
fucking eat beef outside of the house. Um and so
It's
like
a religious
that's
thing.
yeah. I also just don't like super cheap hot dogs except if it's at a sports game. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about those
So,
dome
dude, I
dogs.
honestly, I don't any sporting event with mass produced, like kept on the little rollers, hot dogs.
Hmm.
So they hit different.
I don't
Everyone knows what
know.
I'm talking about.
I don't know what
I don't
that
know
is,
what it
man.
is.
Uh,
They got to cook in their own juices a little bit.
yeah, maybe. I do love a natural casing hot dog, though I hate that I love
Oh my
it.
god. I fucking love a natural casing hot dog, dude, for sure.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
one of the
but
few hot dogs I'll actually eat in a bun on purpose is a natural casing hot dog.
I remember Eric went through a sausage making phase, and he went to
Oh yeah.
Kermachek's and got just intestines,
Oh
like
yeah.
cleaned out, or whatever. And the Kermachek's guy
Yeah.
was just like getting off on the fact that somebody was getting intestines. He's like, "You're so real."
You're a real one, dude.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
like the
know.
rest of these
It's like,
fucking posers who only buy regular person meat instead of the shit you can't use or eat.
and he was like, "Do you eat? Oh God, what is it? Like the weird cheek meat,
Oh, pork cheek?
head cheese, head
Head
cheese.
cheese? That's different.
Yes, head
Head
cheese is
cheese
a
is not
weird.
cheek meat.
It's fucking gross.
It's like the brains, I think.
I don't exactly know, but it's gross, and Eric
I'm
loves
gonna
it.
okay,
Eric
real
loves
quick.
gross, weird things.
I'm I'm gonna Google head cheese, and you're gonna be responsible for how it disrupts my algorithm.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Head cheese or brawn is a cold cut terrine or meat jelly that originated in Europe. Fucking disgusting. Perhaps ancient Germania. Get fucked. It is made
Meat
with the
jelly.
flesh from the head of a calf or pig,
Oh,
typically
oh.
set in aspic and usually eaten cold at room temperature or in a sandwich. Wow, that's fucking what?
Okay, yeah. Let's
Guys,
go off on how bad American food is. You guys are eating fucking faces. It jelly
faces,
face
faces, guys.
faces.
America has issues. I'll say that. We are not a perfect nation, but goddamn, can we make tasty fucking food at any cost? And I feel like something that American, I don't know, there's like this American thing where like you have to be like the best at
Yes.
whatever it is you're doing. I think it's like American exceptionalism, I guess you could probably call it that. And there's like this exceptionalism in like food making where it's like being the best at food and like having the best tasting food, I think are two slightly different, like distinct things to be the best at, and America has chosen to be the best tasting food. Damn, whatever it takes to get there, like by any means necessary,
Right.
all of our snacks will be the best snacks. Multiple years in a row, multiple years, Mo and I have gotten like this like snacks from around the world box,
Oh yeah.
and they're fun. But that the main thing I learned from it is that America has the best snacks because they come from these all
Yeah.
these other places, and we eat them like this isn't good. This isn't. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's like I don't want to eat fucking like. God, it was weird shit, dude. It's like pickle flavored peanuts or something like that, man. It's or like black licorice flavored potato chips and shit. It's like,
Gross.
do people not have tongues where you're from in Bulgaria or whatever? I can see what you guys do your fucking
The
Bulgarian split
tongueless
squats over there.
Bulgarians.
You don't have like, give me Reese's Pieces, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh,
Come on.
Reese's Pieces.
Only one nation in all of creation has created the fast break candy bar, and it's
Oh
fucking America.
my god, I love fast break so
It's
much.
just, I literally feel like I'm taking drugs when I eat one. I
You
have maybe
are.
one every, it's probably like one every like 3 years that I can actually like break down, like get myself to do it. But yeah, it's just such like a dopamine overload. It's like narcotic.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, okay, well,
Reese's
this is,
fast
here we
breaks
go.
and Reese's sticks.
I haven't had the sticks. I've eaten many Twix in my life, though.
Don't do it.
Hey, you know what? No, let's do it.
Don't do it, man. You're gonna end
It
up.
doesn't give you hangovers.
Yeah, I can stop whatever I want.
All right, let's start talking about food before I get way too fucking hungry. That's a good reaction. That's good content. Let's talk about the imperial versus the metric system, because America is the only, and there's a fun story
It's
behind this,
so silly.
which I think is apocryphal, but I will count it here nonetheless.
Okay.
That there is the imperial system, which is the system that we use, the foot and what other stuff,
The
dumb
hand,
inches, the foot, the hand,
the mouth,
what
the
even
disease of it all.
miles, fuck is miles, versus the metric system, which literally every other country uses.
Yeah,
But
man. Or the 24-hour
why?
clock.
Yeah, like I could get behind swapping to the metric system, but like the 24-hour clock system, I think I'm just so used to the other way now, like it would fuck me up probably for the rest of my life. Like it would take years of my life.
I'm the other way
Um,
around.
oh, well. So the question I have asked in the past is, why is it called the imperial system? Like we
It
aren't.
sounds very Chinese.
You think of the Chinese Empire,
Mhm.
but we aren't governmentally an empire. Make no mistake, America is an empire in the very
Yeah.
real sense of the word. But we don't call ourselves that. However, we did once have connections with the British Empire. It's weird that we use a system called imperial, but they don't. But apparently, and again, this is apocryphal, around the time of the Revolutionary War, when America was seceding from Mother Britain, we decided to do everything so different that we even want our own way of measuring things. And fucking Ben Franklin or whoever came up with this by tens system that they called the metric system. So that's where they started, was in the US, or it was in North America, counting by base 10, whatever. And this super fucking goofy, backwards, ancient, folksy as shit, hard to remember system was used by the British Empire. And that's what
Huh.
everyone who started the American colonies was used to until they said, we're America now, we're the United States, fuck Britain, fuck their whole weird shit. We're going to start using a base 10 system. And then Britain saw that and said, that's actually fucking brilliant. We're doing that too. And the Americans said, well, now we're not.
Well, now I don't want to.
Well, now I don't want to do it. Now I want to do the old way that you thought was so fucking dumb. Now I like it so much. Now I'm going to use it. No one else
Siblings
can.
as fuck.
Yes. So I don't know if that's true. I think it's a fun little story, though.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
is
I think
the acronym thing for remembering the metric system? Do you remember that?
No. What are you talking about, dude?
It's like my mother King Charles drank chocolate milk or whatever.
Oh, like milliliter, like
Yeah.
milli, centi. Oh my god. Okay,
But
let's go
there's
with meters here.
it, but it's just like
Milliliter.
my mother drank chocolate milk or something.
It's like milliliter,
I'm gonna
centiliter,
look it up.
decimeter, deciliter, liter.
What's gonna happen when I just Google my mother drank chocolate milk? My
Bunch of
mother,
weird
oh
vibes.
my god, my mother drains me emotionally. That's all it says. And then the next one is my mother drank during pregnancy.
Wow, dude.
Oh, those are probably the same moms. My mother drank. What does it mean when so?
Oh my god. I'm gonna Google metric system mnemonic device.
Oh my god.
Dude. King Henry's dirty underwear definitely.
That's
Oh my god.
not right. Does
You not sure
chocolate
about that?
milk make babies?
Dude. King Henry died drinking chocolate milk.
That's what it is.
Kilo, hecto, deca, the base unit, deci, centi, milli.
Okay, I
Kilometer,
need to get out of
hectometer,
here.
decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, milliliter. Dude, extract yourself.
Okay,
Extract yourself.
I'm
Get
done.
it together.
Done.
Be a goddamn professional.
But
This is
in case you
America.
wanted to know, there's a Reddit about it in case your ferret drinks chocolate milk.
Okay, now I need to know. What happens if your ferret drinks chocolate
I don't
milk?
know. You yelled at me to go away, and so I did.
All right. Well, dump. All right, we'll figure that out later. Hit me up in the Discord. Don't forget, listeners, you're still trying to remember what that African country is with two words, one of which begins with a B. Our last bit of thing is fitness culture in the U.S. We've talked about this probably the most.
I guess I have
Surprise.
no idea what fitness is like for other countries.
It's funny because I have an idea. Gym. So America has a gym culture, right? You literally can't
Oh,
drive
yeah.
through like a suburb without seeing gyms. That's not a thing anywhere else. It's a very specific American phenomenon. Like the gym industry, the fitness industry is a very much American thing. I have clients
What?
at where I work at Soda, yep, who are from the UK or travel abroad a lot for work. And like I said, people like Colin in the Discord who are abroad a lot. And the sort of the thing that the report back, I was talking to someone and he was saying that like he was traveling abroad in Spain and he got a gym membership there and their roommate who was from Britain was like, I thought gyms were just for wankers.
Oh,
like only wankers actually have gym memberships. Everyone else just a sport.
oh.
Right. So I think because I think it's really interesting because there's much, and I think wow, there's so much you could dig deep into this. So in America, you start out as a kid, let's say in grammar school, elementary school, you don't have there's no gym culture really for you aside from gym class usually, or the recreational and competitive sport that you are enrolled in because you want to, or your parents think you like it, or you're just trying stuff out, whatever. Then you get older, maybe you start doing things more competitively and less recreationally. Gym culture still isn't a thing there. I think like the weight room at a certain point or like extracurricular outside of sports specific training becomes a thing depending on how competitive of an athlete you are becoming.
Mm-hmm.
Or again, you are purely recreational and you just like skateboard, ride bikes, whatever that middle schoolers and high schoolers do. And then you get out and you go to college, and either you're at college because
Right.
in four, you are an athlete, you are in the gym all the fucking time because your body is how you are making it through life. And that's a huge fucking thing. Or you don't, and you just drink yourself fucking silly for 4 years and you basically never touch the gym. And then at the end of it, it's like, wow, I gained like 25 pounds in 4 years. What the fuck happened?
Yeah. Or you
Um,
don't go to school and you become a dog groomer.
that too, also a viable option. But either way, by the time you become a quote unquote adult in your mid 20s, you don't really have a relationship with fitness that is, I would say, balanced usually.
Mm-hmm.
You're either someone who doesn't have a relationship, I will say, with your body. You basically don't have a relationship with your body, a healthy relationship with your body, because you have ignored that aspect of what it means to be a person for a long time, or it's been so hammered into you as an athlete,
Right.
as a college athlete. And if you're coming out of it and you're not a professional athlete at that point, you're not just a regular civilian like anyone else, you're just some schmo. Um, a lot of that structure and that purpose and that drive is just like sucked out from under you. And I've had
Mm.
many clients who, kind of report the similar experience of like sports, this like football was like everything. And then I didn't go pro and I have no fucking idea what to do about like my physical health. I mean, they find stuff to do professionally, whatever, they go managers, do business school, whatever. Um, but it's like I don't know what to do with my body.
Right.
Versus, I think abroad, you pick a thing you like to do, usually like soccer or something, and you just do that
Cricket.
forever. Cricket, and it's considered like it's not. And I think here's the big difference: it's not weird for adults to play, to
Right.
physically play, right? And I think that we can explode that idea into a lot. Like, what does that say about American culture versus European culture? Like adults,
Right.
like, hey, big surprise here. America is one of the most stressed out countries on the
Mm-hmm.
fucking planet. Like,
Mm-hmm.
adults have we have the most heart disease. We have the most hypertension
Right.
because we're so fucking overworked. Because it's weird for an adult to play,
Yeah.
um, and that's like a very specific thing, like a very specific run. Like you can watch sports as I'm speaking again from a male perspective here. You can watch sports and engage with them. That like you can do fantasy football, whatever, and that's like just a normal ass thing to do. But if you're a dude that goes out and like plays soccer in like your mid-30s, it's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Isn't that kid stuff? If
Yeah.
you ride your bike, you know,
Sam's husband plays a lot of soccer.
where is he
Um,
from?
Honduras.
Yeah, fucking yeah,
But
exactly.
ooh, let me tell you this. My friend
Okay.
Olivia, she has kind of like we don't talk as much as we used to, so maybe there's some other aspects happening. But she became really into just like playing as an adult. And she
Yeah,
joined like an adult gym class where you do just like dodgeball and kickball and
that kicks ass.
she yeah, I know, man.
That's awesome.
And she started out just doing these fun things, and she started out just doing like volleyball, like intramural, at the bar
Mhm,
volleyball, and then started doing dodgeball, and
mhm.
then she started rollerblading for funsies, and then now I'm seeing that she's doing marathons. Um,
It's a
and
pipeline to marathons for people in their 30s,
I guess so.
for
But
sure.
yeah, I just think it's so dope. Like I do, I'm like when I become more comfortable being physically fit, because right now it's still
Mhm.
just like not a joyful experience. Um,
Okay.
uh, that would be so. I think that would be so much fun and also
Yeah,
so freaking healing because I
100%.
have so much like fun
Yeah.
gym time
I fucking
trauma.
hated gym class, dude. Oh my god.
Specifically dodgeball. Specifically this one motherfucker who said, "Everyone throw at the fat girl."
Oh, that's rough. That
Yep.
sucks.
And I said, "I hope you get into a car accident." But instead, he stayed super hot and married another hot chick, and I kind
God,
of
what a dick.
know that he's doing great. It sucks, and I'm
We
still
hate it.
fat.
We we hate it. We hate to see it. I hate it when other people succeed. Ugh.
Well, I hate it when other
Um,
people succeed that said mean things to me.
I mean that's fair enough. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, I think the moral of the story is America has a fun problem. I think we have fun wrong
I
in
agree.
America. By eating these foods that are quote unquote fun, but they're actually fucking terrible for you. And we have too much fun in the wrong way. and that it's not like a sustainable way. There's a whole fucking psychology piece in here about the there's a lot of interesting studies coming out right now about play and how important it is as an adult.
Yeah.
And how like people's brains are like basically underdeveloped because they do not play enough. And that's what
Yeah.
jujitsu has become for me. It's like my play space.
Mm,
Like
that makes
just like
sense.
when like Olivia just like runs in circles and like screams laughing because she's having so much fun just running. That's what jujitsu
Yes.
feels like to me. Like I'll be doing stuff and I'm just like laughing while I'm doing it. It's just fun to move this way. It's awesome. It fucking rules. And I think that's just not a phenomenon or relationship that most Americans get to experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's really sad. It bums me the
Yes.
fuck out,
Yeah.
you know?
I love when I see parents playing with their kids on the playground.
Oh yeah.
Um, and like I play with Linnea for a lot of reasons, but I'm very much
Mhm.
looking forward to when it is more comfortable to play with her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, today we were going down the slide, and I don't care what size you are, if it is humid and you got shorts on, you are
Forget
not
about it. You're
sliding
not having a
down.
good time.
And Linnea was just like, Mama slide, Mama slide, Mama slide. And I was like, Mama doesn't want to smear her flesh up against this freaking slide.
Oh
And
man.
and then yeah, like they had recently mowed the grass. Some children obviously played in the grass and then played in on the playground, so it was just
Mhm.
covered in grass and wood
Like
chips.
green stains. Oh yeah.
Linnea cannot deal with mess.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, which I think she inherited from my obsession with keeping the house clean, even though it looks like a
Weird.
disaster.
What?
But she like, oh my god, thank God I randomly had 2 wipes in my pocket because she made me clean the entire damn playground with
Oh
these
my
2
god.
wipes. I had to dry the slides, wipe off all the equipment,
Thank God, dude.
like, oh, it was exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I am not on the Blaine Parks and Rec.
Yeah. I'm not
So
paid for this. I'm not paid for
right.
this. This is my off day. I'm not at work right
Yes.
now.
Mm,
Sucks.
just kidding. Yes, I am because I'm a mom. I'm a
No
parent.
off days.
Yeah.
No PTO for being a parent.
Mm.
Well, Rachel, I think those are all the prompts I had for talking about our American thoughts. Did you have any
Okay.
more for Independence Day Eve?
I guess just the overall comment of I'm kind of confused why you like America so much.
Like me personally,
Yeah, because you don't.
I
It doesn't
don't.
really
You're right.
seem to be on your brand. So
My friend,
when you were
I
like,
think,
let's have an episode about America, and I was like, fucking
yeah.
why?
Okay, so okay, so specifically in the last couple of years and the 10 years leading up, so like around Independence Day, every 4th of July, I would do this like burpee superset, or do
Mm.
however many burpees forever, however many years old America is. So I've done like 200 plus burpees, like 270
Oh,
something burpees,
in
a couple
one
years in a
session?
row. Yeah, it takes like 45 minutes, 46 minutes, something like that. I time it out pretty well. It's not as bad as it sounds when you get to
Just
it.
me doing 8 fugus and not being able to recover for 2 weeks. But okay.
It's what I mean. It is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I can bust through that. But I haven't done that in the last 2 years, 3 years, probably 2 or 3 years. For a couple of reasons. One, we got a kid now who's more active, and like
Mm,
I don't have like 46 minutes to just only do burpees if I'm not like at work or whatever.
right.
Um, we have other activities that we can be doing, should be doing, and two, just like I said, America, no birthday presents this
What's
year.
up?
You've been naughty. You know, I'm not thrilled with your behavior. I think of my relationship with the United States of America as a relationship with like a family member, because I'm
Mm,
kind of stuck with it no matter what. And I do love America for like what it tries to be, what we try
mhm,
to be, what we can be, the potential.
mhm.
God, the potential is fucking huge. on what we have done in the past. So much good, so much exciting things, thrilling things, a lot of firsts in the world, in big ways. A lot of awful stuff too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
thing. A lot of awful stuff too. I'm trying to think of a time when like those scales can balance of like awful things to good things. We're obviously not there yet. Those
Yeah.
scales have been tipping in the negative the past, I don't know, let's say 5 or 6 years. Um, and it's just been really, really, really hard to keep loving the place where I live, where I have to
Mhm,
raise my daughter. Like I
mhm.
love that I love that I get to raise my daughter in Minnesota. Not feel that
Yes.
I have to do it in America.
Right. Yeah, I understand
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
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 So I guess because I am at my core an optimist, I decide to celebrate, to recognize, to try and emphasize these positive aspects on the 4th of July that
Fair.
America has, can have, can do better. Because I think, you know, there's 364 days of the year where we can and probably should be just endlessly berating our leaders for what a terrible fucking job they're doing.
Right.
But I think a little positive reinforcement can go a long way too. And I think a part of it also is that I am an American. Like I said, it's like a family member thing. Like I am maybe stuck here isn't the word I should use. But like what I think about America, by extension, I also think about myself because I am part of
Right.
this system, whether
Right.
I want to be or not. Often I do not, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm in it. I participate in it. I benefit from it in many ways, and
Very
the
true.
benefit has to be drawn from other people, from other places. Usually, no resource is infinite or drawn from the ether completely. All resources have to come from somewhere else. Everything you enjoy is drawn from someplace else. And I recognize that, but I want to, again, other people have joy in their lives, and those are things that we are enjoying in America because this is where we happen to live. I saw a comic. I'm getting so in the weeds right now about this stuff, dude.
It's good.
You asked me
Little
such a
weedy.
rabbit hole. You asked me such a fucking rabbit hole question, dude. I'll end it with this. There's an explanation I saw a while back about the difference between patriotism and nationalism.
Mm.
You live in a house. Patriotism is saying, I want my house to be the best house, and because I live here, I'm going to work hard to make it the best it can possibly be. Nationalism is, my house is the best house because it's where I'm from. End of
Right.
statement. And we're seeing a lot of nationalism and not a lot of that capital P patriotism that I really, God, it sounds like such a fucking like OAN thing to say, but like I want to see more patriotism out there, but like in a positive way. Like, what are the things
Right. Yeah, no, I understand that.
I benefit and enjoy things about the system that I live in, and it's technically not my fault. I have to feel bad about having a good life sometimes. That's just the way things are
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Rachel, any other sign offs there? Any fucking huge political rabbit holes you want to jump down?
I'm gonna give you a YouTube rabbit hole to go down, which is speaking of American food, I love watching comparative videos. I think it's put on by the channel Cut. I'm not completely sure, but they have like ordering everything on the menu in Japan KFC and then versus everything on the
Oh,
menu of US KFC, and then they like swap and they just like go through everything and they like they weigh everything. Hey, this is a large fry in
oh man,
like they it's such a cool thing. And I'm just
that is
also
interesting. Yeah,
I'm just like obsessed with like listening about other people's perspectives that are not from America on
yeah,
America. I
yeah.
I also love to hear people uh do American accents. It
It's very
is
funny.
my favorite thing in the world. Um
Do you have a name on that YouTube channel?
I think the channel is Cut, but I'm not completely sure. But if you just look up like US compared to Japan McDonald's kind of
Yeah,
thing, you'll probably find it. But
sure.
yeah, like I remember in specifically ninth grade, I became such good friends with all the foreign exchange students. Um,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just so obsessed with learning about other people's cultures and their points of view on us, and
Hmm.
I think it is crazy interesting. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, yeah.
I would agree.
Katerina from Slovakia taught me how to say 4 things in Slavic when I was 14 years old, and I still remember them.
What are they?
Bohom is goodbye. Ahoy, which is hilarious, is hello. Ako
That is nice.
samash is how are you, and
Hmm.
achoige is what's up.
Ochoage, everybody. This has been the RF Fitness Podcast.
Bohom.
The home. Thank you guys for listening. The country in Africa you're thinking
Okay.
of, 2 words starts with a B, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, everyone. Thank you all. Have a very
Everyone
happy
check out
Independence
Kingdom
Day.
Baking.